My name is CS1 Sylvester Jones. I'm from Lakeland, Florida.
What brought me to Chefpreneur Academy today was, well, the Navy brought me here.
My expectation with Chefpreneur is that I want to know how to start a business with cooking and actually taking my cooking and turning that in the next level of being a chef.
To widen my mind and my ideas in cooking, and also my skills to communicate with people and open up my range of opportunities.
And I'm here to learn, man. Like, here for the experience. Motivated. Yesterday got me really motivated, so I'm ready to keep going.
Some things that I hope to get from Chefpreneur Academy is to better learn the business aspect of basically cooking and developing a business plan for my own business one day.
Behind the scenes of like the food industry, the business industry, just to learn so I can apply it to myself.
Some things I'll hope to take back to the chef is just the overall culinary skills to better myself as a cook.
A lot of the techniques, a lot of the stuff that we learn here will better help our sailors to develop and become themselves. So I think it will be great opportunity to help our sailors out.
What up, everybody? Did we lose Chef? He got to tap back in. What up, everybody? What's going on, man? It's me, your boy, Chef J. Ponder, and I'm joined by my number 2 right here. Chef T is in the building for another Tuesday. Listen, y'all, we're going to tap in every Tuesday this month of November. We're just going to have a conversation, talk about culinary stuff, talk about hospitality. Drop your questions in the comment box. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. But first and foremost, let me introduce my co-host. Chef, tell the people who you are, how they can find you.
Hey, everybody. It's Chef Terry here. I am the Assistant Culinary Director and Instructor with the Chefpreneur Academy, where we help you be as successful as you want to be. We're with you all the way, and it's fun.
Thank you. I know that's right. It is. So listen, if you guys have not had an opportunity to check out Chefpreneur Academy, not just Chefpreneur Academy. We are on all social media platforms. We're streaming live right now on our Facebook group page. Join our Facebook group page, our community. We're over on Instagram, Chefpreneur Academy, for sure. Here we go. We got Chef back in the building. Chef Baker, peace and love, brother. How you feeling? Bro is in the office. He's in the office right now.
I'm doing outstanding. Yeah, I couldn't hear you all earlier. Okay. Hello.
I'm glad you're doing it.
Chef.
Tell everybody who you are, brother, and how they can find you.
I mean, you all have so much great energy. Outstanding. I've been cooking. Excuse me. I had to kind of shift gears. I just got through preparing a meal plan. My name is Chef Julian Ciola Baker. I go by Chef J. Ciola because there's another Julian Baker. If you Google me, you'll find this Caucasian male in Miami that is cooking under my name. So I wanted to promote something that I knew that was unique. It is Ciola, and ironically, the name is one who brings happiness.
Awesome. I love it. Hey, listen, I feel that because there was another Chef Ponder. Okay, I had no idea. There's another Chef Ponder, and I would get these weird inquiries or whatever the case is of people crossing us up and tagging him and not tagging me. So I put the real Chef Ponder on my stuff.
Okay.
Real one. Not saying that, bro, not take, because he's a chef too. I take anything from him, but I'm like, no, this is the real Chef J. Ponder. Like, this is not the other guy. So I did. And so thank you for joining us, brother. When Chef T had told me you was joining us, check your Instagram out, man. How long have you been in the culinary industry? That long?
Yeah. So let's say,
talk to us.
My first job in the culinary field. Hold on, I'm gonna take a seat over here. My first job, in the culinary field actually was as a dining room attendant at the Marriott, and I was 14, turning 15.
Mm.
So from there, let's see, that gave me an opportunity to provide for the family. Understand that I was raised to provide at all means and be able to bring something to the house. I mean, as early as 8 years old, I used to shovel snow and bring money to the house because I feel like I understood the power of having a financial presence. So even though I was 14, I just came down here and I moved down here with my mother. So I jumped into the industry, dining room attendant at the Marriott, and I also used to stock shoes at the Ladies Foot Locker in Cumberland Mall. So I was about being a provider. So that's part of what it did for me. The food industry, I mean, in general, kept me off the streets. I was able to bring my mother my check and keep my tips. Let's put it like that. That's kind of how I contributed as a young man. And then, bought those good things, those fun things that a young man needs.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man.
Mhm.
So, what are some of the coolest opportunities you've had so far? And let's get this straight for the record. On the record, are you a caterer or are you a personal private chef? Or do you consider?
Okay. Actually, I'm all of the above. So,
Okay.
let's say, okay, right now, while I was cooking this meal plan, what I do is I have a contract through a company where I go to someone's home and I cook, let's say, 6 meals for 4 to 8 people roughly, and lay it out. You know what I mean? So, like to give you an example, can you see all of that? See, that's what I'm laid out right now. And then at the same time, I'm also consulting. So I built the ghost kitchen for someone in this Buckhead Eats place that's on Sydney Marcus and Piedmont, and also cater as well. I just got booked for a little party for 25 for Thanksgiving. So that basically take care of my Thanksgiving, and I get to cook for my family, cook for them at the same time. Just cook a little extra. Done deal.
I know
Yeah.
that's right, man. That's what's up, bro.
Mhm.
I'm telling you the reason I asked that question, and maybe Chef T can chime in. I used to hate to be called a caterer, and it got to a point where I had to correct clients in the past and say, "Hey, I'm not a caterer. Like I'm a personal private chef." Like there's oh, what's the difference? I'm like, well, we're
There is a difference.
and I'm saying it's very, very respectful because I've worked in I've worked in every facet you can think of. First of all, so I've earned the right to say this shit, right? Like I've worked at hotels, banquets, I've worked at cruise ships, all this stuff. I'm prior Navy on an aircraft carrier, feeding 5,000 plus people 4 times a day, consecutive for 9 months on the road. So I get the feeding. The reason I make the correction, say I'm not a caterer. Can I cater? Of course I can. Do I cater? I may cater 3 times a year. And if somebody coming for a catering, I just pass it along to somebody else. Because for me, at my old age, in the 40s, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. This is just my personal opinion, that family. This is me. It's a lot of work, man. The unpacking, the packing, the setting up, the breaking down, the cleaning, the wash. That should be a lot. And
it's a lot.
You do not want to pay the price what this shit takes. Like, lady, it's gonna run you over $10,000 to get me to come cater anything, and we need that's just set up food costs and labor. You know what I'm saying? So for me to do it, man, it got to be a favor, or I'm just really in the mood to do it. The personal private chefing, the onesie twosies, the 5 to 20 people, the 10 people, the dinner parties,
I love it.
That's me. But I have friends who are just flat out caterers. Like they love the chafing dish setup, the sterno. They love it. They love the.
I know. I mean, I understand. I mean, honestly, all of this is pain. I believe that chefs are crazy, 100%.
You gotta be.
You lost your mind years ago to decide that you were going to tend to the needs of everyone all the time. When you talk about that thing, like, what do I call myself? I tell you something that gets me, period, is that I do not appreciate the I guess the definition of what a chef is now. You know, there are too many people just pulling out the title.
Yeah.
You know, you have some exceptions, those that, you know, truly earn this, like Terry, for example, never worked in a restaurant, but she definitely is a chef, and I vouch for that. I verify it. I mean, I've seen her do it. I've seen her fail. I've seen her, you know, everything. Well, I can't say that I've seen her fail. I've seen her where she did not reach her goal. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm saying? She did not reach her goal, and that's because she sets high standards. So Terry doesn't allow anyone to set her standards. You know what I'm saying? She's going to do what she's going to do, and it's going to be well beyond you know, what is exceptional. But what makes her a chef is understanding how to run an operation in opposition to just cooking a recipe.
Right.
And there's a lot of people out here who can potentially execute a recipe, and I say that because, I mean, you got a lot of people that really don't even understand the terms of measuring to scale. And, you know, they just put out these recipes out here on Instagram, and, you know, these Instagram chefs, it really degrades what we are. If I was to define myself, it would be maybe a culinary creator, a culinary solution. And I mean that for everything in all facets, considering that I've done the restaurants, personal chef, you know, high profile, the lunch programs, like everything that you could possibly think of, I've done it. And that's because I've always attempted to be independent.
Right.
Because, you know, when I sold out as well, because I mean, that kind of puts me, you know, explains to where I am right now. For example, every time that you get momentum, the need is there, right? So let's say you be a person like myself and have children and elders that you take care of, including in the house and so forth. You know, the dollars and time stretched in. Sometimes it's easier for you to jump back in the game and go to work. So often I've gone back to work when I thought I could have had the momentum going. Where right now I'm working pretty well, but still straight up off of momentum. Like the gig that I got for the Thanksgiving, that's my realtor that called me. You know, this opportunity right here, someone called me. They saw my work. I mean, I haven't filled out an application for anything in years, pretty much. You know what I mean? Because of word of mouth and connections and stuff. So the chef life is serious. Doesn't always pay. You know what I mean? Definitely doesn't always pay. But, you know, I'm trying to figure out what the next move is. You know how it is. It's really, you're just as good as your last party.
So you said a lot. Now I want to let Chef chime in as well. You said a lot, bro. Like a lot of shit that been on my mind and everything too. Let's talk for a second about just your opinion. Is it okay for chefpreneurs to keep their resume polished, just in case the momentum don't? This case is like, you know what? I thought I could go forth and do it, because sometimes when you have them ideas and you want to do business and shit don't pan out, you know, the light bills start coming and the car notes start coming. Right. Is it okay to keep your resume polished? Meaning you can always go get a job if you need to. Is it okay, or you should just put all your eggs in one basket? What do you think?
I mean, your resume is your portfolio.
Okay.
So I will say that if you were not, while you were working, if you were not building a portfolio, then like you kind of missed the whole point of your experience. So your resume is your working portfolio and vice versa. So like no matter what, that kind of keeps you eligible, but you need to keep your stats because it really does show your value. It can get you the right conversation. Let's put it like that. You know what I mean? If I would have never worked with let's say Usher Mom or something if I did not get referred to. Why? Because it was someone that I worked with years ago. They said that they needed me. I mean, she needed a chef to help her food truck situation and kind of build it up and get clientele going for her. So someone just brought me up based on reputation, So this again, the networking and your career, your experience is your profile, is your resume. So I'm gonna say that yes, it's necessary to have it, but it's like, should you keep it posted on LinkedIn and on the internet and all of that stuff? That's contingent upon where you are in your career. It's all about what you're chasing. For me, it's about stability, and I mean, for anyone, I'm sure it's about stability.
Oh, it is.
Right, right. But a lot of people chase this game for the profile. You know what I mean? They want to do all the high names and all of that stuff. And hey, I don't mind, but no one gets exceptional service from me. I treat everyone the same. So I do not care about high profiles and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I give respect to my craft, so I'm gonna put my heart into it 1,000% if I'm going to do it, no matter what. But some people do this to chase the names, to say, I did this, I did that. I mean, if you look at my Instagram, you don't even see any pictures of the famous homes and stuff that I've been to, or I mean, honestly, the first thing I want to put up on my Instagram is my students' work, because that was the best time in my career when I was teaching. Straight up, that was it. Period.
Preach it,
So,
preach it.
man, I could go on forever and ever about this culinary industry. I've done it. You know, it has paid off. I was able to, get a house, and I've made some things happen through this industry. But more than anything, I mean, I've been burnt. But there's opportunity. The industry has changed. Oh my God, how the industry has changed. Where I would have maybe wanted a restaurant before, maybe not, never.
Hey, listen, I'm the same way. Chef T, what do you think? Like,
Again, he said a lot. I'm just gonna piggyback on a piece of that. Back to your original question, should you keep your resume polished?
Yeah.
Like he said, according to where you are in the game. I know when I started again years ago, I had a full-time job because this was a passion that I had to see where it would go. And like you said, the bills are still coming in. So as you gain respect for your craft, and therefore organically a particular crowd is drawn to you, and your business continues to prosper, you just kind of keep that in your hip pocket. Because I'm happy to say that now, the stage in my life, this is my bread and butter. This is what I do. I don't work for anyone but me, and I have a pretty good boss, so you can get here, but dreams don't work unless you do. So you have to you have to have a plan, strategize, and then you have to have an alternate plan, which is, okay, I'm gonna still keep my resume polished because I still need to be able to provide. And if you continue to invest in you, I believe, and continue, I always say, do you believe in you? Do you believe in you? If you do, you will put in the work, and you'll be able to be successful in this industry, because it ain't pretty. Like I said, they don't tell you that on TV. You get cut, you get burned, you work long hours. People don't appreciate it. They don't want to pay. You have to love what you do and be dedicated to the craft in order to stick with it. And like I said, for me, it worked out.
So Chef mentioned about the IG cooks or the IG chefs. My bad.
Social media chefs.
The social media chefs. what are your thoughts and feelings about the social media chefs, and what makes the social media chefs differ from the practical chefs? I think.
For me, I think it's
Booty.
we've all been classically trained.
Okay, hold on. Do you think a classically trained chef is, I'm gonna say the word better qualified than a chef who just came up through the ranks?
I'm not going to say better than. I'm going to say that we invested in our craft. We put our name on the dotted line. There are a lot of good cooks out there. There are a lot of people who have an amazing portfolio. However, they never went to culinary school. So I'm not throwing shade at all, but does that make you a chef, or does that make you an excellent cook, a very creative person who has made a career in this industry? That's my take.
So the chef on Instagram and the chef on TikTok, they are as equally qualified to compete with a chef who went to culinary school.
No, not at all. Not at all. What I would say is that it also is contingent upon who your teacher is.
Good point.
If you spent years under me, you're going to learn something totally different. I mean, all the students that I've had, sincerely, that all of them can vouch that they did not learn much until they got to my class. And I'm the last cooking class that they had at the Art Institute. So, FYI, I used to teach at the Art Institute. I don't know if we even covered that. So the craziest thing is that I was invited to teach at the school that I was kicked out of because I couldn't afford it. So I worked through the school. I had a 3.9 GPA and all of this stuff. And one day they told me, hey, if you can't come in and pay, then you can't keep coming to class. So I kept going to class, and somebody came and pulled me out of class one day and said, you can't keep coming. All right. So then I went to work and got invited back to teach at the same school.
The irony of this shit.
Right. So when it comes to whether or not the training is necessary, that's definite. What I would say is that if you grew up in a certain industry, or a certain genre, then you may be an expert in that niche. Okay. So you can be the greatest Mexican chef, the greatest Greek, the greatest, steakhouse, barbecue, whatever, when you come up like that. You can go to a hotel, you learn a lot of the, technical things as far as that, especially as far as the ACF requirements and stuff like that. But in general, what it takes to open up a business is a ServSafe certificate. You know what I'm saying? Which is really not that difficult. But if you have no idea about food science and stuff like that, then you can't do that. So I'm going to say that the education is necessary in order to truly monetize this. But you can monetize this with your ass if you want to cook naked on Instacart or shake your ass while you do this. On Instagram and stuff. And that's the thing that I don't like about the social media, that is no longer about cooking. You know what I'm saying? And, same thing about all the social media. They want to go to whatever restaurants that have 24 karat gold flakes on their waffles and want to charge you $30 for, waffles with gold flakes on it. The last time I tasted, I've never been able to go to the spice section and get gold flakes like that was supposed to be the secret ingredient for something. All right. Gold flakes don't taste like anything. So anyway, that's what they're doing here or on the Instagram and stuff. And even Buddy's like famous because he seasons food like this or whatever, the salt dude or whatever. Like, it's crazy what you get known for, where I can't get known for my purpose of cooking. My purpose of cooking is to, really change your game, like change your entire life. With me cooking for you, I I feel like I'm the most connected with the universe. It's literally a spiritual thing for me. I almost hate that I have to monetize it, but that's a whole nother game. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hold
I,
on.
yeah.
And that's your question. I'm going to cut your wisdom, but you're going right into the next part of the conversation. And just to be clear, we are live streaming over on Instagram as well. So Instagram, we're on Facebook, we on a couple of different platforms right now streaming live. So I'm excited about that. Let me check the comments. Hold on. This is Jay Delay.
Jonathan, hey, what's up?
Jonathan says, he said, I want to dig into becoming a personal chef eventually. It's a small business that I'm starting and just wanted to start somewhere. My advice, this is just my personal advice. When I came out of the military after a decade of, I was a personal chef in the military. And by this time, I done got 3 or 4 different advanced culinary schools. But the first thing I did was I said, how does my skill set translate over to the civilian world? I'm coming from a whole world of cooking, right? I got online. It was called the American Personal Private Chef Association. They're still popping. When I caught them, they just had got started. And I became a member of the American Personal Private Chef Association, and that's how I got my CPC. Yeah, Certified Private Chef certification. So, Jonathan, Google any well, you can probably go through ACF as well. These are just for your credentialing though. You can have, I got 6 designations after my name: CC, CPC, C. That shit, it means something. Let me not downplay it. It means something, but it don't mean you're a great chef though. I mean, you can cook your ass off. You can have none of that and be a great chef as well. So
Absolutely.
my advice to you, and maybe Chef T can chime in, if you want to find somewhere, find the first thing I would do is to seek out these associations if you want to be affiliated with association, or start with people you know in your community and cater a dinner or do a private dinner for them, or get involved with some type of group and auction off your services to one of those groups. You know what I'm saying? He said you want to go to your class. So
yes.
Chef,
I got you.
Chef, I want you to kind of weigh in and ask some questions as well, because Chef, we're gonna have you back on here. Chef Baker, we're gonna have you back on here, bro. Because I promise you hitting all the sweet spots of what Chefpreneur Academy is going to address in the culinary industry. And I love the fact that you're bringing up so much great content, man. Chef T, you got anything to add?
Just again with Jonathan, you have to put yourself out there. And get the knowledge. You know, I'm happy to bring you in under my tutelage. Chef Terry and Terry look the same, but we are not the same. When I put that coat on, I really, as Chef Baker brought out, I have high expectations because it's my goal every chance that I cook for someone, every opportunity that I can prepare a meal, that person, that family, whoever it is, they're having the most excellent customer experience ever. That's my goal. And if I don't reach that, I have not succeeded. And that's what I will encourage you to be, that person as well. And just learning the skill set. It starts learning the skill set, learning to market yourself, and then working for you. There's aspects that you have to learn. What are the laws? Learn what do you need legally in the state of Georgia to be a legal business. I will take you through those steps. The Chefpreneur Academy can help you as well. And you'll have Chef Jacoby and some other experts to assist. But just stepping out there and believing in you, which I've tasted some of your baked goods. I know you have a skill set. So continue to believe in yourself, and it'll pan out once you put in the work.
Oh, what do you say? If a person wants to start, is it best to learn all techniques, or I want to become a baker specifically? Should I only focus on baking? Another great question, Jonathan. Chef Baker, you want to take that question?
Oh, definitely. So,
he dropped out.
What happened to me last week? Haha.
It's all good. I'll take it. So here's my personal opinion, Jonathan, is if you want to, okay, he's back.
My bad. No, what I was going to say that your value is to always get a niche first. That's what I'm going to say. Because if you got a specialty, then you can get high value in that. The knowledge of getting everything will come, but first you must show your value in one place. What is it? Was it the master? Was it, the jack of trades is the master of none? Sincerely, I believe that it's important to focus on one thing first. I mean, I didn't get value in the kitchen until I became like the saucier that couldn't be replaced. And then it was like, hey, now hold on, he needs to be the sous chef. We got to keep him. You just have one thing. Everything else will come. Depending on where you are, determines how you get into the personal chef business, I believe. You know what I mean? Sincerely, because again, don't get meal plans confused with being a personal chef. It's different relationships with your customer is what I'm trying to, or with your guest or your client is what I'm trying to explain, because I've had professional athletes, hey, they eat 5 times a day. So you got to understand how to do things, how to balance that, and it's not just about cooking. It's about dealing with those high profile people, being able to make sure that they're not taking your life, make sure that you're bargaining your time the right way. Hey, I can be here for this time. And, you got to, earn some stripes to really understand the whole thing. So I think that is much more important to get a niche. If you're going to be a baker, definitely you get great money baking and you can do it on your time. That's one of the most controlled things that you can do. So, hey, it's some good money there.
And then even in the field of baking, the artistry scene, if you want to just do breads, you want to focus on pastries, you want to focus on cake decor, even in that, I say people all the time, they be like, what's different between a chef and a cook? And here's what I say, and I've already patented this saying. So if anybody say it after me, just know you heard it first. I say all chefs are cooks, but cooks are not chefs. All chefs can cook, but a cook can't chef. And that ain't got anything to do with who went to Escoffier, who went to CIA, who went to none of that shit at all. I think Chef said a little bit earlier, as a chef, you have to be able to manage multiple things. As a chef, you got to think ahead. You got to think behind you. You got to think everywhere. And for whatever reason, if anybody in that kitchen it's not there, you have to all the stations.
Right. Yes. You're right. No, I just wanted to add one thing to that. When it comes to being a chef, what I think the main thing that a lot of people miss is a chef can make another person or a team of people produce food that tastes as if they cooked it. Now that is difficult task, because you cannot, if I got to touch everything and cook everything again, I'm a great cook. If you got to step in physically and replace someone in order to get your flavor, you are a great cook. But a chef is able to organize a team. I sit and put this together where I make an entire kitchen pull up at the same time, multiple different ingredients, seafood, salad, steaks, all up at the perfect time for me to serve as if I prepared each dish myself with my own hands. That is very difficult task to do. Yes, you got to be that maestro. So everyone that I think is on the Instagram chef and stuff, you're the one cooking it. Just accept that you're a great cook. And that is a very, very high level skill. It's just that the word chef sounds good. It just means chief, period. And if you're just the chief of yourself, then, so be it. But, I personally, I want you to know me. My name is Julian, or call me Ciola. Know my name, because if you know me as chef, That's just an occupation. That's just a person that can be replaced. You've had a whole bunch of chefs, but you haven't had a Julian. You haven't had a Ciola. And that's when you become something else, when they actually know you. You know, it's ooh, man, hey, I'm in this. I live this, so we can go to church on it all day. We can stand around the stove and stay warm. You get what I'm saying? No fire needed. All right.
Listen, no, I mean, no, it's great energy. So we have a question over on Instagram. The question is, how can a pending graduate of culinary arts, I guess, what can they do to improve both skills and career? So this is kind of who I'm also targeting, those who just went to culinary school, thinking about going to culinary school. This is not really targeting the chefs. You know, chefs got egos. This is the next generation of chefs, right? We've done our shit, right? Chef, you have, Chef T have. We put our time in already. This is the next group of chefs for class of 2029, 2030, and going beyond. These are the ones who've taken the craft serious. And the question is, how can a pending culinary graduate, what can they do to improve both skills and career? Anybody take that question?
Volunteer. A lot of people, you thinking about the money and stuff, but go and volunteer and see how that changes the level in terms of creating relationships with people. This is how you level them down. See, you'd be surprised who you meet that is volunteering. At that level of volunteer, you are all equal people. No one is thinking that, well, that's a millionaire or that's a poor person or that person's doing whatever it is that they're going through. You're a great person and seen as a volunteer. This gives you a certain level of character in terms of how you're going to be received by the people. They're going to give you game, where people who come to work, they're, you know, and try to earn it the wrong way. They didn't understand, you know, that the trade-off for $1 is not the same as you giving your time, your life, your true interest. So I think that volunteering is a great way. And I'm not talking about just to, you know, anything. Like, you want to see how operations work. So, you know what I mean? Like, go somewhere that you think that you can't work. Go volunteer. Like, sincerely, whatever. It may be a 5-star restaurant or whatever. Go somewhere and just volunteer and see how the door is open. And I'm not asking you to give them a free day. You go and talk to people, or excuse me, you're not giving them a free week or anything. You're just talking about a free day or something, and watch how you grow from there. That's a tip I would say. It's a lot of other things you could do, but that's a jewel.
That's a great point. I've done that several times, and it's really just sweat equity on the front end for you. Like, it's just the sweat equity you get to pull in for. And like Chef said, man, you walk away with all kind of contacts, people you rub elbows, people that you would have never met before, versus now you can not do that and do your own thing, but by volunteering and being involved with other situations, you may skip 2 years of grind time by meeting somebody. You know, you might run into to Chef B somewhere, and Chef, oh yeah, I got you on that. I can call somebody right now to get you da-da-da-da-da-da. So being out there, you ain't got to be at everything. You got to be everywhere. But being available to volunteer yourself, and always, I'm gonna tell you right, always be a master student. I'm a master student. That's what I call myself. I'm a master student. I'm always
willing to learn and ready to learn. Yes.
Right. If I'm in a room with people or a person that's talking about something I don't know nothing about, my mouth is closed and my ears are open.
I remember a time, piggybacking on that, I volunteered one time to cook in a makeshift kitchen outside with all these chefs been flown in from everywhere. And here I am, newly out of school. I'm like, I'm just going to go out here and I'm just going to, because I have all this knowledge. So I'm going to go out here and I'm just going to really kill it. I didn't know what I was doing. I did not. But I was able to learn. And I asked one of the chefs, he said, what do you know how to do? What are you good at? And that's why I said saucier. I did that a lot. I said, but I don't want to do that. I want you to challenge me. Give me something else to do. Do you know he gave me a steam ship?
Where'd you go?
I had never heard of a steamship before. I can't hear you.
Okay, you back.
There you are.
Okay.
Yeah, I had never heard of a steamship before. We didn't have a steamship in school. I'm like,
steamship round, the
that big old side of beef.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the back part of a cow.
It was like it was 75 pounds. You guys, I weigh 113, 113. The meat was almost as big as I am. I was done. I was done when he gave me this humongous piece of meat to season and twine and put in. I was done. But you know what? Guess what? I know how to do steamship now.
Yeah.
Each time I have volunteered, and every time I go to work with someone else, I tell them the same thing. I don't want to do what I've always done. I don't want to do what I'm good at. So this is what I'm saying to this student that's getting ready to challenge yourself. Get outside of your comfort zone and learn something that you don't know so that you can master that as well, or at least get better at it.
Her name is Karen. Karen, I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy your name. Karen said, wow, he's motivated now. So great. That's what we're here to do is to definitely motivate you guys to challenge yourself. Another question for Chef B. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you've been asked to cook or perform a certain task with culinary that you wasn't too keen on? For example, I'm not very strong in Asian food. Like I just have no interest in it. But I've been asked different times to do Asian cuisine. Have you found yourself in a situation where you've been asked to cook something that you had, like, I don't know how to do that shit, but you did it anyway? How did you feel going into it? How did you feel coming out of it?
Yeah, I mean, I have several opportunities to talk about with that. Well, first of all, success is made in the fear zone. If you do not believe in anything, know that success is made in the fear zone. So I've learned to embrace the fear zone. And so I'll say that. And I mean, there's a few different things in terms of a familiar cuisine. So, for example, Indian cuisine. I used to do, let's say, 100 weddings a year when I was executive sous chef in Buckhead. When you got an Indian wedding, it was very rare that we were allowed to cook the food. It was so particular about, Indian food. They can tell what region you're from. If you're from Bangladesh or north or south or whatever else based on how you cook this cuisine. So I've had to do probably some tandoori chicken, salmon, and a couple other Indian dishes, samosas or something like that ended up coming out well. Also rolling sushi. Rolling sushi can be a challenge at times. Not rolling sushi. People don't even realize sushi is the rice, but it was about everything about the whole thing of the nigiri, the sashimi, dealing with that quality fish and so forth, and it's raw food. So the first time that I dealt with any of that, when we talk about Asian, I was a little bit worried about that, especially getting the rice right. It's something so simple as rice, but if you do not cook the rice correctly, you have destroyed this. That's the whole point of this. So yeah, it came out right. I'm pretty sufficient in doing and rolling sushi and things now. And also, I must admit, even island food. So I'm not an islander, but I opened up 2 island restaurants, right? So learning to do epis and Port-au-Prince snapper and pickles and studying with the people, actual Haitians and Jamaicans and so forth, actually translating their homemade recipes and making the industry ready. Came out right. That wasn't easy.
Chef T, same question. You've been challenged to cook a cuisine. You was like, I don't know, and you did it anyway, and it came out pretty decent.
The same for you is Asian. Asian is, I love Asian. I really do. I like it already prepared.
Right.
So yeah, because it is there's so many moving parts. Like Chef Baker was bringing out with sushi. I think was it not the spring rolls? Dumplings, that's what it was. How you have to sear them and then put them in the broth. Man, it was an epic fail because I'm from Missouri. That's the South. Our bread need to be brown.
Uh,
So those
yeah.
dumplings, when I put them in there, I'm like, that ain't got enough color to it. Let me put some. So the dumpling came out tough. Tough.
This
It was hard.
and
And it
this is
wasn't
from
al
the chef
dente.
that does the bao buns. Are you serious? This is from the chef that does bao buns. That is
And I got
funny.
the
You
steamer
teach that.
now. I got that down pat. But this is the early days. That was an epic
Wow.
fail. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I love to look back to see from whence I came. So yeah, Asian is still my I don't want
But you
to.
got the bao bun down.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
now we
That
have bao buns
SOB,
all the
that
time.
bao bun was down. All right. That sandwich we made in
What was it?
the SOB, the
Yes, the
short
SOB.
the short rib on bao. Yes, that was a slapping sandwich. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
That
that's
was
right. We
delicious.
created that.
Yeah.
And I went to Hawaii and they had a similar menu item like that on the menu. I asked for the chef. I'm like, who done stole my menu item?
Wow. Yeah, I know that was
So I
fun.
took a picture of it. But yeah, so Asian is my worst. Um, but yes, I will do, like I said, I have a steamer. I do bao buns uh on the regular because I like them. And yes, I
Yeah.
don't burn them. They're not tough.
Yeah, she
Now,
makes great bao buns.
imagine if you never challenge yourself to even do it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's some things that I've kind of stayed away from. Like, I ain't doing that shit. Asian food.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna say rolling sushi. I heard what you said, Chef. But I've been asked to do a sushi class, and this was a
Nah,
couple
I
$1,000.
still won't do a class. Nope, I still won't
Right,
do a
right.
class.
Mm-mm.
So what I did was I put the client on ice for a second, and I was trying to find anybody in Atlanta. Like, shit, I paid to come do this shit. You know what I mean? And
Right.
one guy, but he wasn't available, so I just declined it. Now, rather than challenging myself to figure out how to, because it can't, it's not. Come on, it's not rocket science, right? Or maybe it is. I don't know.
I think
But
it is.
rather than challenging myself to make it, I just avoided it altogether. It's something that I wish I would have challenged myself. But Asian cuisine is not my strong suit, so I will probably turn it down. I did one Indian wedding. When I first got to Atlanta, and I was researching my butt off trying to figure out, exactly, I wanted to be on code traditionally, right? And I got some of the stuff right, but some of that shit I just bought to sit in a jar. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, and touch it up. Yes,
And a little
yes.
coriander, some cardamom, you know what I mean?
Man, yes. Let's spice this up a little more. Yeah.
Loved it. They was like, "This is so amazing," and I'm like, yeah, "Shit, if y'all only knew." So sometimes, as a chef, I guess the moral of the story is sometimes as a chef, man, you gotta just do what you gotta do. You gotta
Yeah, you never cook for yourself. Never cook for yourself. Like let that go. You're
right.
cooking for the client, and it will simplify your life. Get your ego off the plate. For real. Just cook for them. No problem. Give them what they need. Get them out. Get it on. For real.
That's what it is. So listen, I do want to talk about the history of culinary real quick.
Mm.
With the 49-minute mark, and it's great conversation because we're having fun doing this, and I love it. And to listen to the audience who are watching this every Tuesday at 6:30, Chef, you're welcome anytime you want to come back, man. We can get 10 people up here if you want to. So anybody they can add value to the conversation, I told Chef T, hit them up. I'll send them the link Tuesday at 6:30. They tap in, and this type of platform I think needs to be created for chefs. Let's just talk, man. Just talk our crap or just ask questions, create an environment where we can kind of congregate and build together. Because I'm not saying it's not available, but I haven't seen a platform where chefs just come together and just talk. I mean, just like in the kitchen. Like there's conversations in the kitchen with chefs that you wouldn't hear us talk about with nobody else because there's a relatable link between all of us, right? So a lot of people don't understand the history of culinary. And if you go to culinary school, you're supposed to get some of it, right? So let's touch on that just for 1 second because I'm a history buff. I'm a history buff all day long.
That's right.
Hold on, give me a second. Sorry, I had to talk to the kids. The history of culinary arts spans over 2 million years, from prehistoric humans to roasting meat over open fires to the complex and organized restaurants and kitchens of today. Key developments include professionalization of chefs like Maria Antoine Crema and Escoffier. Escoffier, I ask people about Escoffier, they're like, who the hell is that? I'm like, what? How long you been cooking? You know what I'm saying?
They don't know they don't know the mother sauces either. But
Okay, hold on. Let me challenge you then. What are the mother sauces?
oh, that's no problem. Hollandaise, Espanol, tomato, velouté, velouté, and
Say
I'm tripping
bechamel.
on one right now.
Did you say
Bechamel. There you
bechamel?
go. There we go.
So the reason I asked that question was I went to Culinary Institute of Virginia. At the time, it just went from being Johnson and Wales to Culinary Institute of Virginia. So we had chefs, teachers who were from Johnson and Wales, and some were from CIA. The CIA instructor said hollandaise is not a mother sauce. The Johnson and Wales instructor said it is a mother sauce. The question of the day is hollandaise a mother sauce or not?
Yeah, I say it
That's
is
what we were
because
taught.
it's yeah, but it's a base for so many other things. So that's what I think about it when it comes to that. All mother sauces have a nice amount of derivatives, and that's the problem is that a lot of people don't know the derivatives. You know what I mean? A lot of people, if you knew the derivatives, you knew Bernaise was a hollandaise base, or you know what I'm saying? Like that, like they don't know that, and they don't know all of the purposes for using stuff like hollandaise. And I mean, hey, Espanol, like, come on, that's almost a forgotten sauce. When do you use it? You know what I mean? Sincerely, it's only certain cuisine that goes there. And it's right. I was about to say it's usually Spanish in some form of fashion, whether it be south of us or across the ocean Spanish. So, yeah, if velouté is used all day long, I mean, hey, you might as well, what are you going to call gravy? Mother sauce or something, like, you know what I mean?
If you
Right.
ever called a salsa gravy, they would kick you out of class. I'm
Right.
like, and this is me having 10 years of culinary in the military. Of course, we didn't go that deep into the side of culinary, but when I went to culinary school, I have been professionally cooking for 10 years already. So of course I had to drop my ego and learn this stuff. Like, what the hell are they talking about? And
Right.
when they started doing, I'm like, my grandma used to do that. My grandma used to make it. My grandma, oh, this is called roux. Oh, I didn't know that. My grandma used to do the flour. After she fried some pork chops and some chicken, she would put the flour in there, and you know what I mean? She used water. What no chicken stock. She used water. And it still tastes great. Salt, pepper.
Water and bouillon.
Right.
All right.
You already know. You
Yeah,
already know.
bouillon cubes, run that. Let's
And
eat.
it lock up and you go about your business. So I'm like, they're doing the same thing that I saw my grandmother doing, but now they have names to it. Now I can I can correlate the naming to it. And I'm only saying this because of chefs who are thinking that you need, and I'm not knocking it, y'all, because all of us went to culinary school. I'm not knocking culinary school. Do you need to go to culinary school? There's not a need for it, I don't think.
There's not a need for culinary school, not at all. Period. And it's not. Period.
And it's not a knock to culinary schools because I taught culinary for 8 years and I'm not culinary. So these are teachers and facilitators also for culinary. So I'm giving you my professional opinion about going. Do you have to go? No. If you're thinking about starting a business and understanding the culinary science in the business format for culinary, then I would say you should consider going to a culinary school or a culinary program, or hell, come to Chefpreneur Academy. We got a 5-week program that we're running you through the whole ringer. It's an advanced program now. We ain't got time to show you how to boil water, but hopefully you come to our program, you already know how to boil water. Like Chef just mentioned, you know all the 5 months, you know the basic fundamentals. And you've been in business for 3 or 4 or 5, 6 years, and your business is not growing, you're not making no money, you're still trying to struggle to pay bills, blah, 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 blah. This program that we're kicking off in January is designed to accelerate all that stuff. Hospitality, personal development, all areas of hospitality. This is not just culinary. Culinary is one subsection of hospitality, family. It's not just culinary. I don't even like to keep saying culinary. Hospitality as a whole. Because when I say hospitality, oh shit, yeah, culinary becomes a real small section of hospitality. Do you need culinary? Yeah, but it's other sectors in hospitality we're going to touch on also in the program that even chefs need, because a lot of chefs are bound to be in the back of the house. They don't know how to be in front of the house. They don't know how to come out and interact with guests. They're not political. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to interact with people. They don't know how to talk to people. So a lot of chefs will remain in the back of the house. We're going to bring you from the back of the house to the front of the house. If you're a chef,
Absolutely.
what's the quote we say, Chef T? From the stove
From
to
the stove to the CEO. Come on out there. Come on out there. Learn to be a leader. Learn to have staff that are professional and can get the job done, whether you are standing over them or not. You
And-
have to be a
Hey.
good leader.
You do.
And hey, even if you are or are not making money, it's a lot of people that's making a lot of good money in the industry, and they think that they're doing something because of that. Don't get fooled. Growing pains will catch up. If you don't have the knowledge when the timing is right to make the right move and so forth, to continue to push your staff, to get the value of your labor dollars and so forth. If you don't have the right skill set, you won't be able to do anything with a successful business. It'll only be successful for so long.
Well, listen, family. Let me finish reading. I got caught up in the conversation. Let me finish reading right here, because I'm trying to manage the chat over on IG and Facebook. I have all three of them pulled up on my screen, and I'm talking to people over there as well. But the early culinary history, you have the prehistoric origins, the ancient times, the Middle Ages, and this is something that I love teaching in culinary school, because one of the first things I taught was Culinary 101, was the history of culinary, and I went through the whole entire globe in this course, and I got so excited because it began to talk about African cuisines, kind of the origin story of food. I don't know how the French just claim culinary now. That I don't know, all that butter and flour, they just claim culinary. But the roots of cooking. This is history. The roots of cooking, when certain subgroups of Europeans were still cooking over fires, there were grand banquets in ancient Egypt with food laid out. Okay. This art of culinary, I remember asking my culinary teacher, I said, why is there so few African Americans in the culinary scene, as far as like Food Network, blah, blah, blah. Here's what he said. He said, because y'all was doing it for so long, y'all took a back seat. And what he was indicating was because during the time of a certain section of history in America during slavery, we were the cooks, we were the bakers, we were the culinarians. You know, shouts out to Chef Hercules. That was George Washington's chef who brought the cuisine of macaroni and cheese to America, right? So he was saying, like, y'all been in it so damn long, bro. Like, y'all just, you know, by the time it got popular, y'all just kind of like, we good. I'm like, no, but we're not, because there's a lot of amazing African American chefs in Atlanta and every DC that I know personally. DC, Chicago, New York, Miami.
You know Tobias?
I know Tobias.
All right, I worked with Tobias. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I know.
He's great. He's great.
Yeah, he is. It's a lot. It's a slew of chefs, and I'm in Atlanta, so it's a slew of chefs in Atlanta. But I only probably rock with about 6 chefs that I know. You know what I'm saying? And the point I'm making is, y'all, out of all the chefs I know, I can call anybody right now and say, hey, I need X, Y, and Z. And they got you, or they'll find it for me. This is a network. This is a network of people. Like being a chef is so fundamentally cool. When you meet people and you network with other chefs, don't burn bridges with chefs. I don't know where I was going with that. Just don't burn bridges with chefs. Please don't. Just keep good chefs around you. Let me finish this real quick. I'm sorry. But the prehistoric origins of culinary, the ancient times, the Middle Ages, 18th century, 19th century. In the 19th century, of course, this is talking about the 1800s, of course. The professionalization of culinary. This is when it happened. This is the accreditation of the professional side of culinary arts. This when it started to become fancy and systemized and organized, right? And a particular thing I want to point out, the whole point is what's called the brigade system.
Right.
The brigade system is a codifying classic French cuisine, creating a standard, and is still used today. In your business, we want to give you the tools to create a brigade system for your business. As it applies to the kitchen, now you have the saucier, you have the poncier, you have the garmager, you have the fry cook and blah blah blah. That's
I wanted to see if you was going to say that in French.
what. Which one?
The fry cook, all of those positions are, I forget all of the French terms that I once knew.
Oh, look,
a little bit.
I'm not even going front. I know the fish chef is the poncier,
Right.
gourmet is cold prep, saucier,
Right.
and
Saucier is probably the most common used, but the fry cook and the other names, there's some other names.
But this is a way that Scoffier came into unorganized chaotic kitchens in the hotel
Right.
and organized. We're trying to present the same thing for your business structure, for your ideas. And let's face it, a lot of us just have a lot of great ideas. Like it's not even a business yet. It's just a thought in our head, which is cool. Let us help birth that thought, that idea, as you being a chef. Let us show you what we know. And us three, we're just tip of the iceberg. Like we're connected to all kind of chefs. So whether you want to be a baker, personal chef, private chef, or whatever you want to be in the field of that art, we probably know somebody we can call. It's already doing it. I got one other question for you both. What do you think about the word of the phrase celebrity chef? What is your thoughts on the term celebrity chef?
Says the person who is a celebrity chef.
No. I don't call myself a celebrity chef. I'm just asking you guys, like, what do you guys think about that use of that word, and what does it mean if it means anything?
Me personally, I think people use it very, very loosely. If they have any dealings with a celebrity, they have cooked for, so that automatically makes them a celebrity. Now I'm a celebrity chef because I cooked for XYZ. What does that mean? All of my clients are celebrities to me. All of my clients are equally important to me. Just being a chef is sufficient. That means I have a skill set that I hone, that I learn, I work on daily.
Right.
Well, you know what's really ironic about that is that if you work for high class celebrities or people with money, usually you got to sign an NDA and you can't tell everybody about it. So for you to walk around and say, "Oh, I'm a celebrity chef," is just like I guess you couldn't, you didn't have, to me, the class to just keep it as a low profile. There's no problem with having a low profile. Everyone wants to be the face of the fame and all of that stuff, and I like being able to work and be done with it. Understand that, you know what I mean? So the whole celebrity stuff, it's ironic that usually you cannot talk about what the celebrity is doing or who you actually work for or anything about their lifestyle or whatever, because if you truly understand that, like, look at the NBA today. Okay, so if somebody knew that I had certain high profile athletes or whatever, and they were currently in the NBA, then they might seek information from me in order to gamble and stuff like that. Like, you think that you are doing stuff and you are like cool to do it or whatever because you're trying to bring up the names and everything, but you can make yourself a target as well. So I don't want to be a target for anything. I think it's good to make the money. The dollar is the same no matter who it comes from. So, celebrity chef is a joke to me. Like, sincerely, I could have been saying that the first time when I cooked for Stevie Wonder at a private party or whatever, right? I cooked for Stevie. A lot of people don't even know that I did that. I don't care to put my business out there. I want my clients to know that if I do cook for you as a high profile person, that I'm going to protect you. You know what I mean? So that whole celebrity chef thing is, it's a catch-22. You think that you want to be more important than you really are. That's just what it is. And you got to get that stuff out of your head. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all that BS.
And like when in 22, I was interviewed for a magazine. And when they reached out to me, I was like, it's interesting because when I made the decision that I wanted to cook for a living, the only eyes I ever thought would be looking back at me were the ones on the stove. I did not do it to be recognized. I did it because I love, and I can't tell you the joy that comes from people saying they truly enjoy something you've created. You put your own spin to it and they like it. It's something simple. It's something fresh. is something flavorful, and you created it just for them, that is all the notoriety that I need. That's enough. And then, pad my bank account,
Yeah,
But
that's real.
yeah.
Got to be secure. That's right.
That's true. Now, I'm gonna weigh in on what I think about the celebrity chef shit, because I don't say, when for marketing purposes, I'm trying to earn income. Of course, I'll mention it. Used to, not anymore. I don't care about it. But there was a point in time where myself and 3-4 other chefs from the Atlanta area, we were like back-to-back shows on Food Network, and we were like back-to-back being flown out in Miami. We was back, like some back-to-back really cool fly shit. And I think we had a conversation and we asked the question, what makes a celebrity chef? Like what should be the qualification? Is it like 3 TV shows, 2 TV shows, plus a steady clientele of celebrities? What defines it? Some people just like chef. Some people like, man, ain't no such thing as a fucking celebrity chef. You just a fucking chef. You know what I'm saying? But then you look at our white counterparts now, they eat the shit up, celebrity chef. The fans, the followers, they eat it up, and they make their financial gain off the fact that they are a celebrity chef, or at least the terminology celebrity chef. Every African American chef I've asked, it's been kind of convoluted. Like, I don't know, I'm not a celebrity chef. I think it's bullshit. And I'm trying to find out, like why is it just a us thing that we don't want that title? Even if somebody gave you the title to say, Chef T, you're a celebrity chef, and here's why. Your clientele think you're a celebrity chef. If you do 1 TV episode, I promise you, if you get on TV once, you're a celebrity chef. If you get on TV twice, you're definitely celebrity. If you get on TV more than 3 times, you definitely, I think, earn the right to call yourself that, because you are being celebrated publicly. That's what a celebrity is, somebody who's celebrated publicly. I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want the fame. I want the check. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again. That again.
I do, and I have took advantage of the opportunities that I have had in the past. I can charge more. That's about it. People don't have to pay it, but I can charge more because of X, Y, and Z. Bro just said cook with Stevie Wonder, which is a huge deal. And I'll end with this right here. 2000, tell them my age, 2004, 5. Between 2003, 2005, I was in the military. There was no Instagram. There was no social media, iPhone, all that shit back then. I had already, in 2 years, while in the military, in the Navy, because I was worked for a great admiral, but I cooked for Chuck Norris, Bruce Willis. They filmed the movie Tears of the Sun. I cooked for Bruce the entire week. Bruce Willis, President Bush, Celine Dion, 2 other people, Goodman Jr. And I thought nothing of it. It was just, all right. I mean, of course I got a picture with him, but like, all right, that was it, and moved on. Now, to your point, Chef, if they're in the same space with a so-called rapper or entertainer or just a Instagram person, chefs are taking pictures and calling themselves celebrity chefs because they cook for one person. So I see it both ways. That's my point. I see it both ways. I see people who have earned the right to be called celebrity chefs who don't even use it, and some who have not earned the right to be called celebrity chefs. So I just want to hear you guys' feedback on it, man. So thank you guys for joining. We don't went past our time, but I appreciate you guys so much, man. Great conversation, Chef. Anytime, man. On Tuesday 6:30, you want to tap back in next week.
Hey, excuse me, sir. I'd be the celebrity chef. All right, we're gonna go by that now. This is what you said. The celebrity chef, Jay Ciola. Yeah.
There you go. Next Tuesday, celebrity chef only. Now celebrity chef don't tap in. You know what I mean? A little regular.
And their sidekick, okay?
Word. Whatever. Yeah, let's do this again.
For sure. And all love and honesty. Jonathan tapping in. Jonathan, hit that subscribe button, Jonathan, and share this. This is a great conversation. You guys are great. Thank you, man. Listen,
Thank you.
I love the energy Chef B brings to the platform, man. Your honesty, you being candid, you got hella stories to share, and you got the experience, man. So I definitely appreciate you tapping in. He said you already subscribed. Then share it. Okay. We're trying to get our numbers up in here. 2026 Chefpreneur Academy is going to launch. We are in partnership with the Atlanta Shared Kitchen. And we got some great things popping off, man. I promise you guys, if you're a new chef or just having questions about the industry, get involved. We are now looking forward to aligning ourselves with the ACF, with the restaurant, what's it called? Serve Safe program. So we're going to give out some credentialings and some credits once you complete the program that we're kicking off. For more information, definitely head over to Chefpreneur Academy. The website is up here right now. And the spelling's a little funky, so it's CHEF, chef, PRENEUR academy.com. Head over there and register. I'm walking through it real quick. When you first, is this a landing page right now? And that's going to change too. But for right now, go to the landing page. You see that box to the right says Sophie AI. Our assistant, Sophie, this is our computer generated AI assistant. Click register for the academy, or you can hit learn about the academy, either one. I want you to hit register because I want your information on there. And it's going to ask for your information, your full name, so on and so forth. You can take that route, or in these yellow boxes right here, email your phone number. In the subject matter, just put join now and send us a quick message and we'll get you signed up. We're taking people right now to just kind of sign up for the program. We'll circle back with you guys in about a month, probably towards the end of December, and send you guys out some information to actually join and become members of Chefpreneur Academy. Chef B gonna be there too. I'll make sure he's gonna be in the building. We need Chef B.
I'll be there.
You didn't know that, did you?
Yeah, I'll be there.
We definitely need you in the building, bro. I love your energy, man. But thank you guys once again, man. Again, if you guys want to join us next Tuesday at 6:30, I was able to stream us over here on Instagram, so I'm super excited about that. We're on the Facebook group and YouTube. There we go. YouTube. There we go. I gotta get this on Twitch next time. Put it on Twitch too, some kind of way.
Amazing. But what you don't need to do is try to say Chefpreneur Academy 3 times real fast.
Chef, I've been saying for 7 years, so there is another situation out there that goes by Chefpreneur, which is great, but we're the Chefpreneur Academy. We're not just the Chefpreneur, we're Chefpreneur Academy, and you're gonna see a lot of black and brown faces over here at Chefpreneur Academy. So we love everybody though. All right, let's be clear.
Word.
Chef B, any final thoughts before we sign off, brother?
Nah, man, you know, the credentials and everything. I guess shouts out to Chef Schuler, who's at the top of the game, who really does represent us well, being the first certified master chef. Not an easy feat, but you do not have to do that in order to make money in this game. Just understand that you need to have those type of people as your partners and your friends, but you can make money in this game immediately if you really want to live for it. So you got to come and deal with the right people. It's all about networking.
Oh, you gave me the perfect soundbite. I appreciate that. You're going to see that all over. You're going to see that soundbite right there all over social media. Shouts out to Chef Schuler. Chef Schuler and I have not officially met, but we're in the same web. I'm actually helping to launch a franchisable restaurant that Chef Schuler actually created the menu for. So I look forward to meeting Chef Schuler at some point. He already know what I'm talking about. Shouts out to H&H Hospitality. This is my daytime job. I do R&D for them, and they are crazy about Chef Schuler over there. I'm actually using Chef Schuler recipes right now to help launch the new product. So I'm looking forward to meeting Chef here soon. That's my time.
Hey! Shouts out to Copa Bistro. That's a restaurant that I'm putting together in the next 30 days. They're going to launch off of the. We'll talk about it next week, Tuesday. Let's put it like that.
Oh, for sure. Hey, thank y'all so much, man. Peace and love.
Okay.
Peace and light.
Everybody.
Be sure to tap into Chefpreneur Academy, y'all. Peace.
Do it.